Sometimes you just need a little pick-me-up.
これは確かに
Ikigaeru.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 feel-good anime. Anime's not always about blood, guts, and bosoms, and these shows prove it. For this list, we're not necessarily looking for heartwarming moments, just a show that overall has a soothing atmosphere. Number 10, Princess Jellyfish. Think your hobby is weird? This young lady's enamored with jellyfish. Kimi is a rare breed of nerdy female anime protagonist who lives with the tenants Amamizukan, a ragtag group of female nerds who obsess over anything from trains to old men.
雨水館では週に一度みんなで鍋パーティーを開くことになっています。
Sure, she may not feel at home, but regardless of finding solace in this environment, she still deals with the crippling fear of normies when she steps foot outside. Fortunately for her, a certain cross-dresser has popped up in her life with the goal of taking her out of her shell. Number 9, Natsume's Book of Friends.
大丈夫です。すいません、心配かけちゃって。本当、大丈夫ですから。
Takashi Natsume's day-to-day happenings prove that being able to communicate with yokai isn't always quite as creepy as it sounds, especially when you have a portly kitten by your side. Holding the Book of Friends, a compendium containing all the spirits his grandmother took under her command, our hero opts to release them from their shackles one by one. Some are raring for a fight, some are harmless, but things usually turn out in such a way that you might find yourself a little choked up at the end of every episode.
ありがとう、石垣。心優しい祖母の友人。
Number 8, AnoHana, the flower we saw that day.
はあ？ノケモン金？何年前に出たやつよそれ。
Dealing with loss is always difficult, and it certainly doesn't help when you're being haunted by the ghost of your former squeeze. This series follows a group of friends who have now disbanded following the death of their beloved Menma. Protagonist Jinta's reunion with her ghost convinces him to take action, and soon the gang is united again, with the aim to figure out her last wish. Though there are a few conflicts and tears along the way, AnoHana is a nostalgic series that lets you live out some of your most precious childhood memories, be it hanging out in secret hideouts or just, catching Pokemon.
できたポイズン！
やった！ジンタ！イエーイ！
Number 7, My Hero Academia.
もう大丈夫。なぜって？私が来た。
It's not easy to be the odd one out, especially if it means you're one of the only 20% of people in the world that hasn't got superpowers. This story centers around Midoriya, a boy who is just unlucky enough to find himself in that very situation.
諦めた方がいいね。
As his dream was to join the UA Academy and become a great hero, his situation is looking kinda bleak. We're initially met with nothing but heartbreak, but as his heroic spirit touches the soul of his idol, a glimmer of hope appears. What follows next is his guts and determination paying off as he works toward being a hero worthy of his newfound powers.
君はヒーローになれるって。だから僕は行くんだ。
Number 6, Working.
いらっしゃいませ。ワグナリアへようこそ。
This show manages to make one of the dullest jobs seem like a riot. As you'd expect of any comedy anime, there's never a dull moment in this series. But Working has a little something special too. We see the antics of the staff of Wagnaria, a small sit-in diner with a particularly eccentric set of employees, a young man obsessed with all things cute, an androphobic girl who's in love with him, a katana-wielding airhead, and whatever the hell Yamada is. Though they may not all be well equipped for the job, their team spirit may give you that fuzzy feeling you've been hankering for.
飲みに行くか。
お酒連れて行ってくれるの？
Number 5, Kimi ni Todoke.
なんでもない。
We've all felt the woes of miscommunication, but none quite much as Sawako, a timid student who is constantly compared to the sinister Sadako from The Ring.
湧きましたよ。
Finding difficulty in making friends, or simply fitting in, it seems Sawako is destined for a life of loneliness. That is, until she's approached by Kazehaya, one of the more popular students in the class that has an incomparably soothing spirit. Pretty soon it becomes obvious that these two were destined for each other. And despite there being some speed bumps along the way, this anime is jam-packed with moments that'll make your heart melt.
憧れも尊敬も飛び越えて生まれてしまった。もっともっと大きな。
Number 4, Barakamon. Nothing says heartwarming like a little country spirit. Main character, Seihanda, is in a little bit of a rut lately after his calligraphy works were condemned by a respected critic, whom he promptly punched in the face. The only cure for his grumpiness? A seaside village on the Goto Islands. At first, he seems apprehensive of his new environment, but leave it to the so-called village imp, Naru, to kick him into shape. Honda grows to love his new home and the kooky villagers that come with it, whose warmth and community spirit prove to be just what he needs to inspire his new work.
この島でどうにかやっていけそうだ。
Number 3, My Love Story.
力士か照れるぜ。
褒めてないけど。
Sometimes the most unlikely of friendships are the most endearing. Meet Takeo Gouda, an oaf of a man who soon finds himself in a blossoming relationship with a fellow student after valiantly saving her from a molester.
ありがとう。
Used to playing second fiddle to his effortlessly handsome best friend Tsunekawa, Takeo isn't so well accustomed to the whole love thing, and there are some adorable mishaps along the way. My Love Story is one series that reminds us that there's something for everyone out there. Aww. Number 2, Haikyuu. This one may come as a surprise to anyone who's not familiar with the series, but this is easily one of the most heartwarming anime to date, despite revolving around volleyball. Shoyo Hinata joins Karasuno High's volleyball team to become like his idol, the Little Giant. It just so happens that the guy who crushed his dreams has done the same. The two rivals soon throw their differences aside as they team up to bring Karasuno back into its former glory. Sure, the Crows have enough heart to stand amongst the best, but their skills on the court are still lacking, making this the perfect underdog story. Through victory and defeat, Haikyuu has a comforting atmosphere that you won't find elsewhere.
少しずつ。でも確実に。
Number 1, Usagi Drop.
俺んち来るか。
After the passing of his grandfather, Daikichi is introduced to Rin, who is said to be the illegitimate daughter of the old coot, and technically Daikichi's great aunt. In what seems to be a spur-of-the-moment decision, he decides to adopt the shunned child, and what follows next is uplifting to say the least.
任せとけ。
From changing diapers to treating sickness, it's pretty hard not to have a smile on your face, as we learn alongside Daikichi both the joys and struggles of parenthood. Despite its short length, Usagi Drop is one feel-good anime you won't soon forget.
また来ていい？
So, do you agree with our list?
早く来いよ、むっちゃん。
Let us know in the comments below, and for more heart-melting top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.